I'm going to start off actually by asking Peter Beck from Pillar to give us his views on auto-consolidation and how it looks to an administrator, and then perhaps we can move on to the guys from TAL for their take on the insurance implications. So Peter?
We do have a problem that there are a lot of small accounts, and when we try and consolidate those small accounts for our clients, we don't get much engagement, and it's a very difficult process. So some form of auto-consolidation is definitely required, so that we can actually get rid of the small accounts where there's no value for the members. There are some thorny issues in auto-consolidation, and including insurance, and a whole lot of rules that need to be put around the process, protocols that are required, and so as an industry we've got to work through those practicalities and come up with practical solutions. And I think the concept of starting small and getting a process to work properly, and then looking at expanding it later, I think that's a very sound and sensible way to go.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree with all Peter's points, particularly the part around starting small. But from an auto-consolidation point of view, or just from a consolidation perspective, we're very supportive of the intent or the objective behind consolidation and reducing the number of accounts. What we're hoping from an insurer point of view is that there's more debate around the insurance issues or the potential consequences out of consolidation. I guess we really see that insurance now is deeply embedded within the superannuation environment, and when there's change, whether that's regulatory change or market change, then we need to give more due consideration to the insurance impacts. And like we look at mergers and the like, and I think most people in the market, in the industry, actually acknowledge that insurance creates, and trying to merge two insurance offerings actually creates a lot of member equity issues, a lot of member impacts. And it's just similarly here for consolidation. We just need to make sure we have appropriate debate and time to consider what the insurance impacts are. So from our point of view, we're just looking for more debate on this topic.
I'm in favour of auto-consolidation for what I believe it was originally proposed for. We all know the young university graduates, young people who enter the workforce, they've had part-time jobs, they're with 2 or 3 different funds with fairly small amounts of money. It makes sense for them to have their accounts consolidated, provided that's done with their consent and knowledge. What worries me is the unintended consequences. I think we've touched on this. People often quite intentionally have more than one account. It gives them diversification in their investment strategies. It gives them additional insurance benefits, especially death and TPD benefits. So my big concern with auto-consolidation is that it achieves what was originally aimed to be achieved when the idea was put forward, and that's to eliminate unnecessary accounts of individuals, especially younger people who have just entered the workforce, and it doesn't have the effect of depriving people of valuable insurance cover or a diversification of assets, and that down the track, long after they've lost these benefits, people start to realise what they've really agreed to. So I think as part of this, we've got to go on a big education campaign so that when people do agree to auto-consolidation, they know exactly what they're agreeing to.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I've been part of the Treasury Committee that's been debating some of the superstream changes. I think, and you know, generally across the industry, there's a sort of agreement and general support for consolidation, and AAS is one of those voices. But I think there needs to be more recognition, and sort of goes to what Russell was saying, more recognition. There's going to be winners and losers out of this. There will be winners and losers from an insurance perspective, but there will also be winners and losers from a cost perspective. What are we talking about here is, or what Treasury is talking about here is taking 33 million accounts down to something closer to 20 million accounts in the industry. Those accounts are small, they're inactive, they don't cost a lot to actually administer. So the cost side of administration isn't going to be changing in the proportion the accounts decrease. So the smaller group are going to pay obviously a higher burden. Winners and losers, obviously that super fund member's done the right thing and consolidated their account as they go from employer to employer, maintain one account. They will lose in this process because ultimately they were going to have a higher burden of administration and trustee fee on that account. The winners will be those that have gone from job to job and haven't bothered to consolidate, and they probably are going down from 5 or on an average 3 down to 1. Now they will obviously benefit from that, but we've got to recognise there will be the losers in the system.